Okay, let's talk for a minute. I don't know about you, but one of my all-time favorite cheesy kung fu movie stars was the muscles from Brussels, the Van Damme, Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know, he wasn't like a real good actor, but he could sure sell those kung fu movies. I mean, you may know him now from Expendables 2, and you may think that that role was, it was okay, but I know him from his heyday. Now, I'm not saying his movies were good, but they were good for their time. I mean, who could forget Bloodsport, you know, Kumite, Bloodsport, you know, and his, cheesy, oh, like you can't see. I mean, it wasn't good acting, but for him, it was pretty good, it broke him into the business. And then, since he was such a good martial arts actor, he went on and he did movies like, you know, like this Kickboxer, you know, where he fought Tong Po, and he was the Noksukao, the White Warrior. This again was a cheesy movie, but it was good for its time. I mean, it was good. It's a manly movie, you know. Like, if you want to see dudes get beat up, it's the kind of movie to watch. You know, it's like pseudo mystical about martial arts. And, like, if you're a big kung fu fan, or you like cheesy kung fu like I do, you watch this kind of stuff. You get a good kick out of it. And then as years went by, and Jean-Claude Van Damme got bigger and bigger, he did one of his most interesting films that I think that I like. It's one of my favorites. It's Lionheart. Now, Lionheart goes back to, those old school, like underground fighting movies. Where you fight in a parking lot, or you fight somewhere. Like in this movie, they fight in parking lots, they fight in overpasses, they fight in, like swimming pools, and in the last fight, he fights in like a tennis court, where it's tinted off. But the thing I like about this movie is that in a way you could tell that he was trying to be an actor. And it was very touching, he's fighting for his family so his family wouldn't be on the street. Now, the reason I tell you that I like these three Jean-Claude Van Damme movies is because nowadays, when you see him in the Expendables 2, he's not that good. Or like I seen him in another movie called Enemies Closer, where he even looks more cheesy. And then I even seen him where he's in this one movie called Jean-Claude Van Damme, the movie, or VCVD, the movie, where he plays himself, and he kind of has a Charlie Sheen moment. But back to what I was saying. If you like good old school, like 80, like 90s kind of like, beat 'em up movies, and Jean-Claude Van Damme is always a good way to go. So, as I was saying, they might not have been good movies, but, they were okay for their time. And I'm not saying he's a great actor, but he was pretty good for what they gave him. And, hey, if you like Jean-Claude Van Damme, you should check out the movie Breaking. when they're first breakdancing in the beginning of the movie, like at the beach, he's there. Check it out. And his very first movie was a movie called Black Eagle, where he does the splits. Well, if you're a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan, I hope you like this information. And please, if you want to comment on this video, tell me if it's cheesy or if I'm cheesy, because I don't know, I'm a kung fu fan. I like cheesy, like campy stuff. I mean, I'm a bit of a nerd. Anyway, talk to you later.